Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video. And here recently you would have seen that I uploaded my Switch 2 unboxing video, and I mentioned that I will have my opinion video uploaded later, and this is this is that video. I want to go over I kind of want to like TLDR a couple things. One in this video I want to go over the system and then Mario Kart World. Um to TLDR that do I think the system is worth it? I think it's up to personal preference. I like it. I'm glad I purchased it. I have zero regrets, but it is more like going from the sorry about that. It's more like going from the 3DS to the 3DS XL in the sense that um it's just an upgrade, really, except it's an upgrade where games are going to be made exclusively for it, but that can't be helped. There were games made exclusively for the 3DS XL too, it just wasn't that many. But as for Mario Kart World, I think the big question that you guys would want to know is, do I think it's worth $80? Now, I do want to stress that I got Mario Kart World. I got it in the bundle, so I paid $50 for it overall. Um, I do not think it's worth $80. I'm okay with paying $50 for it. Definitely okay with getting it as a bundle item, but I don't think that there's enough. Um, I don't think there's enough content there to warrant a $80 price tag. It's already a Mario Kart game, so there's only going to be so much playtime you can get out of it, as well as some of the stuff they added, such as the free roam and the free roam and the racing. Like it's cool. It's very cool. It's a typical Mario Kart game. Free roam is whatever. Um, I'm about to swap over once we get into the deeper talking points over to some gameplay of the free roam. I have been playing it. I do enjoy the free roam for the most part, but that's simply because it's just something to do. Like I said, I'll show it off, but there's not a whole lot to the free roaming. But yeah, basically, I do not think it is worth $80. If you don't have a system yet, I highly recommend. How do I put this? um, Sorry about that. If you don't have a Switch 2 system and you plan to get one, I do recommend paying the $50 extra. So instead of $4.49, you pay $4.99 um, for it, and you just get the bundle. If you already have the Switch 2 system, I recommend waiting for a sale for this game. But with that, I want to get into the finer talking points of my opinions. So give me 1 second to swap over. All right. All right. All right. I'm about to actually move my camera over here. I am blocking it. Wild. All right, there we go. I'm assuming that's good enough. All right, so as you guys can see, I do have Mario Kart World playing. I'm currently playing as Peach. It is pretty loud. I don't even know what the volume down's working. Hang on. I don't like. I want the sound to be able to be heard in the video, but it is what it is. I can always figure it out later. But yeah, as you can see, I'm playing as Peach. So I wanted to talk about the system itself. Like I said, I do think the system is fine for $500, which I did, like I said, I bought the bundle. So for $450, which is what Nintendo has priced the system itself at, I do think that it is a fine purchase. Again, it is nothing more than an updated Switch. So if you didn't like Switch 1 or you're fine with your Switch 1, it's probably best to steer clear of this one unless you absolutely want it. Um, it's as shown in the unboxing video, it is quite literally just the Switch 1 but bigger. So the price tag doesn't bother me. So yeah, the price tag doesn't bother me. There are some nitpicky things that I found with the system. Mostly, I don't know if it is a me thing. I don't know if it's like, I know it's not user error because I'm not doing anything but playing the system as it's intended to be played. But, I don't know if it's just like the GameCube emulator that I was having issues with, or if there is a genuine problem, but I want to go ahead and document this point for the video. That way anybody who watches this video in the future can inform me if you have had. That way anybody who watches this video in the future, sorry, I got distracted by the map. That way anybody in the future can tell me if they have had a similar experience. But I was playing Wind Waker in the GameCube app, and again, this could just be an emulator problem, but I found that like my controls seemed very sensitive. And again, like there was some part of me that feels like it was an issue with the Joy-Con itself. As I didn't have that issue with the Pro Controller, but I found myself making a lot of mistakes in Wind Waker. Now, I do want to preference that it has been over 10 years since I have played Wind Waker. I did not play the HD version, much less I haven't played the GameCube version either, so there's that. But it could be me misremembering things, but like I don't remember the game being that finicky to control. I remember it being a pretty solid game on GameCube. So like I said, this is more of a very nitpicky thing, but I want to document it again in the event that somebody else out there has the same issues, and that it can be compared and contrasted. My experience can be compared and contrasted to somebody else's, depending on how people feel. Not how people feel, but that way we can get an accurate idea is what I'm trying to get at. But overall, I do think the system itself is a fine system. Again, I am not heartbroken over paying for the system. I do want to stress that, again, I got the bundle. I also spent almost $700 for everything, as I bought the bundle, a Pro Controller, and I got Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD. I don't remember if it's HD Collection or not now, but I did get Bravely Default as it was a game that I had played before. I had originally planned to get Cyberpunk, but games like Cyberpunk aren't really my speed, and again, Cyberpunk was $70, whereas Bravely Default was $40. So sorry. But Bravely Default was 40, so it was a bit easier to. We got a farmer, but it was easier to. Um, it was easier to swallow. Paying $40 for a game rather than 70. Um, so yeah, overall, I do not regret buying this system, but I think anybody who's watched this far has already planned on buying the system, and I don't think my opinions on the system are going to be as impactful as my opinion on Mario Kart World, which you guys are seeing on screen right now. I've been playing it the entire time. This is free roam mode, but again, I want to stress that I do not believe this game is worth $80. Again, that is primarily because it is a Mario Kart game. Of course, I am taking it on. I am making this claim based on. Oh yeah, Pro Racer too. I'm making this claim based on it as a single player game, as one, it has a single player mode, so it can be played single player, but also that 9 times out of 10, if a game allows you to play multiplayer and it is a multiplayer game, there's going to be a lot more replayability, a lot more fun to be had alongside it because you have people to play with. As a multiplayer game, I am sure Mario Kart World is fine. But as a single player game, I just don't think there's enough content to warrant an $80 price tag. And I find it very. I don't understand where they got the idea to price this game at $80 retail. Again, I do want to say that I did buy the bundle, so I got this game at $50. I do think $50 is a fair price for it. But again, like I said earlier on, definitely either skip this game if you don't plan on playing it with anybody, or just wait for a sale, as I think waiting for a sale is a very valid move. I will say that the bundle for the Mario Kart and Switch 2 bundle does come with a download code for Mario Kart World, which I guess that's their way of getting past the selling it at $50. They don't have to print a card for it. I don't know, but if that concerns you, then you heard it here first. It does come with a download code. I did show that in my unboxing video. However, of course, I've already claimed it, so even if there's a way to Photoshop it to reveal the code's not going to work. But I do want to get into some of my gripes and some praises. I do want to say this. I do not know if it's because it's been forever since I played a Mario Kart game, or if this game is just genuinely different. But I found myself struggling against the CPUs in single player, which I do find to be a good thing, as I definitely think if you're going to now I was playing on 100cc. I'm actually going to go to the single player real quick just so that I unlock something. What did I unlock? I don't know what I unlocked. I didn't read it. You drove. So I'm guessing this is. You started Mario Kart World. What? I've done started it. So they all say you started. Anyway, so I'm going to. I'm going to here. As you can see, there's different costumes for the characters, which I do find neat. There's a ton of unlockable characters, which is great. They look like a bunch of repeats. Like this just looks like a different Baby Rosalina. Maybe it's a different costume for Baby Rosalina, not so much a new character. Because Wario, like there's Wario and Waluigi, but they're already unlocked, so it's got to be different costumes. I did have to unlock Donkey Kong for whatever reason. I don't know what that was about. And then it looks like I got to unlock Goomba and Piranha Plant. But whatever. But anyways, this is probably my favorite Peach one. But yeah, this is Knockout Tour, I think. But I'm interested in seeing if it... So this is the main draw of the game. This is where you race through all of the tracks all at once. Again, I have not played this mode yet, so I cannot comment on how this mode works. However, again, it only goes to 150cc. I was playing on medium difficulty, and I don't know if it's the rubber banding for the game is just off the charts, or if the AI for the kart racers is just that good. But I found myself struggling. I either got second or first, but there was a lot of close calls. There was never any huge gaps. There's never any huge gaps in lead like in some other Mario Kart games. I also did not see a whole bunch of I didn't see a whole bunch of like bullet bills or anything like that. You know, there are times where I did stay in last place or towards the back of the pack quite often. So it's definitely incredibly interesting. It's a very interesting game. And if it is something you guys are interested in, then sure, get it. Again, I don't think it is worth $80. Again, like I said, there's only so much fun you can have in a Mario Kart game, and I think games that provide a ton of replayability deserve to have higher price tags. So something like Dark Souls or Bloodborne, or even something like Oblivion or Skyrim, those are games that you can get thousands of hours out of and have, you may not have brand new experiences, but you can at least play them again. Something this structured, I do not agree at its current price tag. Again, I do not know where Nintendo got $80 from for this game, but that is purely my opinion. But, yeah, it's been about maybe 18 minutes, 17, 18 minutes, probably going to go on 18 minutes. I don't want to keep this video too long, so I want to recap a little bit of what I've said, and I want to talk about what kind of game I would be willing to pay $80 for in this style. I'm going to start with that point. If they had made this game, instead of it being a Mario Kart game, they just made, say, a Mario Grand Theft Auto, I wouldn't mind paying $80 for it. I mean, like, free roam is quite literally just driving around in your car. There's zero in, like, there's missions and stuff like that. There's collectibles to find, but I mean, that's not for everybody. Again, the racing's not for everybody. Like I said, I haven't done the Knockout Tour yet, but I can see it getting very tedious for a lot of people. It's not Smash Bros. Where there's a learning curve. It's just repetition, going through the motions after a while. But yeah, to recap, Switch 2 as a system, in my opinion, it is up to personal preference. If you wish to buy it, then go ahead. I have no issues with that. I recommend you buy it if you want it. If you'd like to stick with Switch 1, that is fine. Like I said, it's closer to going from the 3DS to the 3DS XL. And Mario Kart 8, Mario Kart World. See, it's been what, 11 years since Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U came out, in 7 since 8 since it came out on Switch. Oh man, I don't think a new Mario Kart could really save it. A new Mario Kart had a lot to live up to do. And I don't think this is it necessarily. And there's a lot of people that are going to love this. It's just not necessarily for me. But if in a month, in a year or two, my opinion changes, I'll be sure to let you guys know. But right now, Mario Kart World is not worth $80. Not in my opinion. I do think it is fine at $50 for a pack-in game, and I want to stress when I keep saying I paid $50 for it. I paid for the regular Switch 2 system is $449 before tax. The bundle is $499. Roughly, there is a $50 difference there. I'm just gonna say $50. So the system itself, as deemed by Nintendo, is worth $450. Mario Kart World is also worth $50. So they just put it together and made $500. Honestly, I say use your best judgment. Knowing how the internet has been, I don't see this game really doing a whole lot. I don't think $80 is the new minimum, especially with games on Switch 2 right now being $70. I don't think 80 is the new minimum. But while I'm thinking about it, I do want to talk about game key cards. As you can see, I do have Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster. It is a game key card. Real quick, I am going to going to pull it out of my system real quick, and I hope this gets shown pretty well, but this is the key card for it. I do have a slight issue with it, and if you look, there's the key at the top of the key card. Inherently, I have no issue with that being a thing. I think it is what it is. Also, I do want to stress that this took like 15 minutes to download. I do not know if that is because the game is small or if just these key cards are meant to, like, they're all going to take like 15 minutes to download. But my biggest issue with that key on the cartridge is there are going to be people who resell these games. And I already know that Nintendo said that once the game key card's been used, it's been used. But I still see people taking advantage of that fact. And if that sticker gets peeled off and somebody goes to buy the game and it is missing that label that it's a game key card from a secondhand seller, and they just repackage it or re-put a new label on and just skip it, that is very insidious in my opinion. So I don't know how things will turn out on that front, but I wanted to share my opinion on that. But with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys did, like and subscribe for more. And whether you're a friend of mine watching or you're a new viewer, please let me know what you thought of the video. Hi Richard, hi Kenzie. They're a couple friends of mine, but yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And goodbye.